So I was in the market for a new fan, my Bionaire fan that I bought at Costco many years ago. I use it every day. It finally gave out, and I was in the market. So I went to the next best Vortex type of fan, which is Vornado, very popular name. And sure enough, they had 3 pages worth of fans, what they call air circulators, on their website. And on top of that, there are exclusive models like the 6303 that they make for certain stores like Bed Bath & Beyond, some others that are not on their website at all. And so finding information on them was very difficult. Anyway, I did all the research, I did the cross-referencing, so I wanted to share that with you to save you guys some time, money, and frustration, and not having to send packages back. I do have the 6303. I will give you a quick demo. Spoiler, it is one of the noisiest out of all of them, so hopefully that'll that's probably the best one to hear if you can hear one at all. And it is, by the way, very difficult to hear them on YouTube. I tried to listen to many different videos myself. Unfortunately, a lot of people are putting their cameras in front of the fans and it's distorting stuff, but in general, it's kind of hard to capture, but I will do that. But first, let's get to the numbers, because that's the most important thing. A lot of fans will advertise, including these, the 630 advertise that it'll push air 70 feet. The 6303 says it'll push it 80 feet, and the 660 says it'll push it, 100 feet. But when it's bouncing off of walls, that can distort things. And also, what kind of strength is it going to reach? It may reach 80 feet, but what's it going to feel like when it's at 80 feet? So the best way to compare it apples to apples is just to look at what they call the CFM, cubic feet per minute. And the other thing people are concerned with, and you should be, is the noise levels. Some people sleep with their fans for white noise like I do. Some people, so they don't mind a little bit of noise. Some people are working with this and they don't want any noise. Vortex fans are much louder than conventional fans. It's a known thing, but they are stronger. So with that, let's look at the numbers. The 630, 660, since they don't have the 6303 on their website, I put this little sticky pad in there. For the high speed on the 630, it's 363. It's 420 on the 6303, and the highest on the 660, their stronger one, is 584. The middle speed is 300 here, and on the 630, the middle speed is 301. So they're basically equal. The low speed is very interesting. It's 258 on their 630, it's 200, which is quite low on the 6303, and it's 257 on the 660, which is supposed to be their larger fan, but it's actually equal to their 630 model. Where it gets very interesting is on the noise levels. So on the highest setting for the 630, it's 52 decibels, and on the 6303, it's 65 decibels, which is really loud comparatively speaking. Or it's much louder compared to the 52. And on their 660, it's only 54 on their highest level. And so you're getting a lot more power and not a lot more noise compared to the 630. On the lowest setting, it's 43 decibels rather for the 630. It's 45 for the 6303, that's comparable, but it's only 35 for the 660 model. So that's really quite low. Now their middle number is probably somewhere in between. I know what it is it's 57 for this, but you got to imagine it's probably in the 40s. They don't state it outright. For actually, I'm sorry, it's 48, 41, and 35. So there's a 48, 41, and a 35 in between. There's 2 levels. So if you look at the noise ratio to power, this is a much better bang for your buck, much better ratio actually. So if you can, and I'll show you in a second, the difference in price is minimal between on Amazon. I got the links below, between the 660 and the 630. The 6303 you can get a little bit cheaper than both on Bed Bath & Beyond, because you can usually get a coupon, but I'll show you that right now. So this is Bed Bath & Beyond. Usually you get a 20% off coupon, $15 off. It comes out to like $60. Whereas the 630 was going to run you $95 even on sale here. Again, I'll put the link. $99 for the 660. So as we were talking about, numbers wise, this is a pretty good option as long as you can, withstand the size of it. It is a little bit larger, a little low, a little louder. But yeah, their website is quite confusing. Even when you try to compare 4 days, you can slide over and you can't quite see what's down here. It's very confusing. That's why I hope this helps some of you, just in terms of comparison and understanding what the difference is between the 6303 in particular and the 630. All right, let's get to the demo so you can hear the 6303 in action.
So this is the 6303. This is on the medium setting. I'm about 7 to 8 feet away. This is the level I sleep with. This is the white noise that I prefer. I think it's one of the best white noise machines you can actually buy, or the sound that this is preferable to other sounds. If you're working in front of it, I don't know. It's a hard thing. Even watching TV, this would be pretty loud depending upon how far you are. Now you can go 20, 30 feet on the medium setting, and you're still going to feel it. It's a nice light breeze. If you stand right in front of it, it's more of a gush of air. So let's see how it is on the medium, on the low setting and the high. This is the highest setting. It's a remarkable difference. It's super loud. Remember, this is the 65 decibels, the loudest of all three. If you need to operate on this level, this is going to annoy you. I don't know who's operating with this level. You definitely can't sleep with this in a bedroom, and working in front of it, I would imagine, would be quite difficult as well. Finally, this is the lowest setting, and remember, this is only putting out 200 cubic feet per meter. It's the lowest of all three. Remember, the 630 was 258 cubic CFM. The 660 was 257 CFM. But it is very, very quiet, relatively speaking. This is considered 45 decibels. And I was just stepped back. I was about 20, 30 feet back. You still feel a good light breeze. This does the job well. I think you could study, you could work, and you certainly could sleep with this on. And finally, this is the low setting on the 6303. It's quite quiet actually. It's supposedly only 45 decibels, and even from 20 to 30 feet back, you still feel a light breeze. So you could certainly work with this level. At these levels, you could sleep if you're not looking for a lot of noise. I actually found this wasn't enough noise. I got so used to my Bionair. As I said, I sleep with it on the medium setting. But even 20, 30 feet back, you feel the breeze. So this is a nice, comfortable setting, noise-wise and strength-wise. If you're looking to use this on high or medium, it's you got to give it a second thought, but still works well.
So if you don't mind paying up a little bit, 660 actually gives you a little bit more bang for your buck in terms of the noise to power ratio. If you want the less expensive model, the 6303, it is a bit of a compromise from a noise standpoint. Their medium setting is the same as the highest of the 630, and you're only getting just a little bit more power on the high. And as you'll see, the high, the high is almost too loud to be on. So again, I would consider getting that 660 just so you can have those middle of the range decibel levels, 48, 41, and still operate comfortable.
I hope this cleared up some of the confusion out there for you. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you found this at all helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe down below. Thank you for joining me.